Hello everybody, Autumn Breeze here, for the fourth time now, doing a review. Autumn Reviews is back, and this time we are reviewing the My Little Pony movie. And boy was it amazing, people. I loved it. The animation was amazing to see, and oh, there was so much about that movie I enjoyed. Some things I didn't, but then again, what do you expect? Now, I will say spoilers right off the bat. There are going to be major spoilers. If you don't want spoilers because you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this review. But the way the movie intros, I loved it. Pony's Got the Beat was really fun. But there is one big negative I really did not enjoy about the movie. And that was when the ponies abandoned Twilight. The rest of the main six abandon Twilight after she loses her temper at Pinkie and says something I know she didn't mean. Because, and we all know it, she knows she didn't mean it. But she was frustrated, she'd been panicking so much, she was the last princess needed to complete Tempest's plan. And she was failing at everything, no matter what she did. She wasn't willing to trust anyone in the Badlands because she'd seen so many of them betray them that quickly. So she didn't want anything to do with those people, and it was frustrating for her, and she lost her temper at Pinkie, it said something she shouldn't have, and clearly did not mean. But then Pinkie and the rest of the main six leave her alone. They were with Spike, but that's still alone. And my first thought was, girls, did you not learn from A Candlelight Wedding? You left her alone after a misunderstanding there. And what happened? The bad guy got her. And same thing happened in the movie. They left Twilight alone and Tempest got her. Now, admittedly, that's the only real negative I have about the movie, per se. But other things were amazing, like the hippogriffs. I'm pretty sure Silverquill is happy that his OC's species are now canon. But something about the Badlands that shocked me is how little the creatures there cared about the ponies being sentient. Like, they're all anthropomorphic creatures, and apparently birds there aren't able to fly because they apparently gave up flight in order to have anthropomorphic bodies, apparently. I'm just guessing here. But, yeah, it shocked me. I was like, you're all asking them to sell their own hair to you. You want them to sell their own friends. You're acting like they are just commodities that can be bought instead of living, sapient beings. What is wrong with you people? And that was the furthest proven when that guy, that Taye Diggs character, whose name I've forgotten, I'm sorry, it's been over an hour since I saw the movie, and I'm kind of spacing out on the name, unfortunately, and I'm not going to look it up, so that I can get this review done. This is the fourth time I've tried it. But, yeah, when the guy comes in to buy the ponies off of Taye Diggs' character, he talks about the ponies as if they're not smart enough to know what he's doing. As if they don't realize they're being sold. One of them's a freaking princess, and this guy does not care. He's like, oh, you're royalty. I don't care. You're a stupid animal. And then Tempest came in, and he did the same with Tempest, grabbing her face, going, ooh, I wonder what you can do, my cute little pony. And my first thought was, dude, you're dead. Tempest ain't gonna take your shit. And she didn't. She zapped that guy hard. May not have killed him, but I'm pretty sure he went into a coma. And then, of course, there's the Storm King himself. But I'll get to him after I also mention how I have to wonder. Did the Wendigos, were they the only thing that made the three tribes move out of that area and into Equestria? Because I think it's a combination of the Wendigos and how these other creatures didn't give a shit about the pony's sentience. I would not be surprised if that's actually something that was hidden. in pony lore, so that ponies didn't realize how horrible the beings outside of Equestria can be. And yeah, it shocked me, and it does make me wonder. But now we're getting to the Storm King. Oh my god, he is a brilliant villain, but at the same time, wow, I never thought we could have a villain who was more deplorable than Sombra and Tirek, but he's like a combination of the two of them, not only in the way he looks, but in the way he enslaved the ponies. Like, they are being forced to work like work animals. Strung up and everything in harnesses and whatnot, and muzzles over their faces. Like, oh my lord, that... I got full of Equestria horror flashbacks throughout that, because they had magic-resistant shields and armor, and oh, whoa. Then the enslavement, and I was like, oh god, this is bad, this is bad. I'm getting flashbacks full of Equestria, this is bad. And the Storm King himself? And his plans? Oh lord, was that bad. Him having control of the sun and moon? Oh, that was a nightmare. I was thinking, oh fuck, the world's doomed now. And yeah, it would have been. Because his plan was to use the princess's magic to take over the world. And he very well could have. In my opinion, he very well could have. Though I did notice, Twi still had her cutie mark, even though he seemed to have her magic as well as the other three princesses. So it's not like when Tirek took their magic, he was using their magic, but they still had it. Kind of remind me of the second episode of Doctor Who's Adventures, an audio drama on YouTube, where at one point the Weeping Angels take control of Twilight's magic. That was a scary thing to happen. It reminded me of that, I think, and that's a scary thought in and of itself, because yeesh. But because the Storm King was so deplorable, I felt no grief, no pity at all when he died. And I'm not joking. Tempest stops him from using that creepy petrification spell, which is canon to the show, and that's scary enough as it is. She stopped him from using it on Twilight and the rest of the main six, and while Twilight caught Tempest, she didn't catch the Storm King. And he fell as a stone statue and smashed against the ground to pieces. So he did, and I am not the least bit sorry. Goodbye, Storm King, you will not be missed. One thing I do have to point out, though, in his plan, he wanted the power of all the princesses. There was still one extra princess there. Why didn't they get Flurry Heart? Because she was not even mentioned in the movie. Not once. You didn't even see a cameo of her if you did. Or if you did, it was so fucking fast you couldn't even see it properly. And it then begs the question, why didn't he grab her after the invasion? So my guess is Shining Armor had her in the Crystal Empire, while Cadance was at the Friendship Festival. Well, that's kind of a dick move, really, when you think about it. Cadance leaving Flurry with Shining while she goes off to enjoy the Friendship Festival. But, whatever. Still, the movie was fun. I enjoyed it. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Not perfect, but definitely a fun watch. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you do. And if you have already, I suggest you do it again. It's that good a movie. But anyway, that's my take on My Little Pony, the movie. And, that's it for now. Till next time, later, every pony.